Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And his throw is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Perkins. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff looking right. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw on 3rd down, Perkins steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Allen taking it himself, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Perkins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen going to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Bills' 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
To throw on second down. Perkins. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On fourth down, Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you get a whole half.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And, Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And he comes back with one complete. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. Now he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His fifth touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
On first down, Singletary. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's Allen to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 45-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Back to you.
Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Switch.
On first down, Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing now is Allen. Quick slant, caught by Moore. There he goes, left side. side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive tunnel.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Trying to lay one up deep. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Perkins. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
In your face. What's that? 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Man out, man out. Middle. Man out. Mike, 53. 53.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Down 80. Let's go. Middle.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Allen off the play fake. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them. Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw, it's Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Allen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They will run with Singletary. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. and long. It's Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Perkins, he sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And that will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Jets take over Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.